What will happen to your body if you drink cinnamon tea every day for a month? In this video, we will talk about cinnamon, a true miracle among spices, useful for its nutrients. Cinnamon improves heart health, can help prevent neurodegenerative diseases, especially Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and multiple sclerosis, has antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties, eases digestive problems, helps reduce symptoms of dysmenorrhea, reduces the risk of diabetes, and much more. We'll also cover contraindications to cinnamon consumption, give tips on how to maximize the benefits, and indicate a safe daily allowance of cinnamon for adults and children. We will answer an interesting question: who lives longer, those who love cinnamon or those who ignore it? This video will be extremely informative and helpful. So, if you want to become a master of your health, click like, and let's get started. During certain periods of history, cinnamon was considered more valuable than gold as one of the oldest and most revered spices. The Egyptians used cinnamon for its culinary and aromatic properties, for medicinal purposes, and even in mummification about 4,000 years ago. Ancient cultures also recognized cinnamon for its potential as an aphrodisiac. Known for its warm, sweet, and spicy flavor, cinnamon primarily uses its bark to create the cinnamon sticks and ground powder we're familiar with. However, other parts of the plant, leaves, flowers, fruits, and roots, are also used. Leaves are often used to make curries, and flowers are dried for tea. While cinnamon has many culinary uses, it has also been highly valued for its medicinal properties throughout human history. But what are some of its most popular and traditional medicinal uses? Many of cinnamon's health benefits are due to its unique active compounds and properties. Cinnamon contains powerful components that have anti-inflammatory effects and give cinnamon its distinctive flavor and aroma. Cinnamon is also rich in polyphenols, plant compounds that have powerful antioxidant properties. In various laboratory studies analyzing antioxidant capacity, cinnamon has been found to have high antioxidant capacity compared to other spices. Here are some good reasons why you should drink cinnamon tea every day. Number 1. Reduces blood glucose levels. Cinnamon effectively regulates blood sugar levels, offering notable benefits for people with type 2 diabetes. Human studies have confirmed its effects on blood sugar levels, but comprehensive research is still ongoing. Why does cinnamon have such a beneficial effect on glucose levels? First, it increases insulin sensitivity, which allows insulin to work more efficiently, resulting in increased glucose uptake by cells. It also affects the digestive system, particularly the enzymes that digest carbohydrates. It hinders and slows down their digestion, which subsequently delays their absorption from the intestines into the bloodstream. Cinnamon also contains some substances whose action is similar to insulin, which also contributes to its effectiveness in regulating blood sugar levels. Number 2. It has antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. Cinnamon is used as an expectorant, meaning it can dissolve phlegm in your lungs and nose when you are sick. Not only does cinnamon fight infections, but it also inhibits the growth of certain bacteria such as salmonella, and is also effective against respiratory infections caused by fungi. When you chew a cinnamon stick, its essential oil enters your body. This oil kills bacteria and helps you get rid of bad breath. It is also good for your teeth and helps prevent tooth decay. In addition, cinnamon is also used as an antiseptic that has been proven to be effective against certain bacteria and fungi. It is most often used topically, directly on the skin, or even inside the mouth. I will go into more detail on how to use cinnamon on a daily basis a little later. Number 3. Eases digestive problems. Cinnamon is used to stimulate appetite and improve digestion. It is also a carminative, meaning it helps get rid of gas by relaxing the abdominal muscles and thereby reducing abdominal bloating or flatulence. Due to its antispasmodic properties, cinnamon helps to relax the smooth muscles of the digestive tract, reducing possible discomfort. If you are experiencing similar symptoms, cinnamon can be a great ally. Number 4. Helps reduce symptoms of dysmenorrhea. Cinnamon serves as both an emmenagogue and an anti-dysmenorial agent. As an emmenagogue, it promotes menstrual flow by increasing blood flow to the pelvic area and uterus in women. This can be particularly helpful in cases of amenorrhea, where menstruation is absent for reasons unrelated to pregnancy. However, caution should be exercised because of its ability to stimulate menstrual flow. As an antidysmenorrheal agent, cinnamon can help relieve menstrual pain. Number 5. Prevents cardiovascular diseases. Cinnamon plays a protective role in fighting cardiovascular diseases. It helps to lower blood cholesterol levels, reduce triglycerides, regulate blood pressure, and stabilize blood sugar levels. Cinnamon's effectiveness in these areas has been confirmed by in vitro, lab animal and human studies, and there is growing evidence to support these findings. However, if you decide to include cinnamon in your diet, be sure to consult your doctor before making any changes to your medications or diet. Number 6. Prevents neurodegenerative diseases. New research suggests that cinnamon may help prevent neurodegenerative diseases, especially Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and multiple sclerosis. These findings are mostly based on studies involving laboratory animals, and human trials have not yet been conducted. However, early results are optimistic. The next important issue we'll deal with is the type of cinnamon. There are several types of cinnamon, but the two main ones are Ceylon cinnamon, or real cinnamon, and cassia, or Chinese cinnamon, or stick cinnamon, which is probably the most common in many countries. Ceylon cinnamon is called real cinnamon because it is believed to have medicinal properties that are believed to be somewhat superior to the other species. A notable difference between the two species is the coumarin content. Ceylon cinnamon contains minimal amounts of coumarins, while cassia contains large amounts. Prolonged consumption of large amounts of coumarins can be toxic to the liver, although normal dietary amounts are usually safe. But if you already have liver problems, it may be worth exercising caution in favoring Ceylon cinnamon, or so-called true cinnamon, especially when using it medicinally or in the diet. How can cinnamon be used? We can explore its therapeutic uses, which include infusions such as cinnamon tea, as well as essential oils and other forms. There are also cosmetic uses, such as in creams, ointments, or hair masks. It is also used as an insect repellent, air freshener, or in gardening to combat certain fungi that can infect plants. How else is cinnamon used medicinally? There are many other uses for cinnamon. First is cinnamon tea, which is often prepared like chicory, meaning the cinnamon bark is infused in hot water. This soothing beverage can be prepared by infusion or boiling. The main difference between an infusion and a decoction is the parts of the plant used and the method of preparation. Infusions usually use flowers and leaves that are soaked in water for a short period of time. Decoctions, on the other hand, use the tougher parts of the plant, such as roots and bark, and must be boiled in water sometimes for several hours. We have supplements in pill and powder form for direct medical use. You will need a professional to advise you on how to consume it, or it can be added to regular food, which is more common. There may also be capsules, which may have a powder inside that is dosed in standard form, or a dried extract that is more concentrated, so you need to know which type the capsules belong to. Check the manufacturer's instructions. There are also liquid extracts, such as tinctures. There are also essential oils that can be derived from the bark or leaves of cinnamon. There are also poultices, which are direct application of fresh raw herb to the skin, or pastes, in which cinnamon is mixed with other products and applied directly to the skin. Some cultures use mouthwashes, as well as steam inhalations. This is when boiling water with cinnamon added is inhaled to treat or improve respiratory infections. How do you prepare cinnamon tea? You can prepare either an infusion or a decoction. An infusion is quicker to prepare and involves the use of ground cinnamon powder. Ingredients: you will need about 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon powder, which is equivalent to 2.5 grams and 240-250 milliliters of boiling water, a standard cup. Note that this guide recommends Ceylon or real cinnamon specifically because of its health benefits and low coumarin content. Care should be taken with cassia, as it contains a significant concentration of coumarins and can cause toxic liver damage. Procedure: pour the powder into a cup of boiled water, about 240 to 250 milliliters, which is the standard volume for a cup. Stir well, then let infuse for 5 to 10 minutes with the lid closed to allow the flavors to blend and the beneficial substances to dissolve. Serving: you can drink this tea hot or cold, depending on your preference. Some people prefer to strain it first to get a clearer liquid, but either method is fine. Others may add some honey or other sweetener. It's a matter of taste, but it's optional. Can cinnamon be mixed with other herbs? Yes. Some people mix it with green tea, black tea, or brew it together with ginger, cloves, and other medicinal herbs. Combinations are possible. Decoction is used for the harder parts of the plant. For example, in this case, whether in powder or stick form, you are dealing with the bark. So a decoction helps extract its valuable substances and nutrients more efficiently. To prepare, first bring water to a boil, then add a cinnamon stick or sprig. Boil the mixture under a partially closed lid for 10 to 20 minutes so that the beneficial substances of the cinnamon dissolve completely. After that, strain the liquid. This brewed beverage can be drunk either hot or cold. Some people enhance the flavor by adding a little sweetness, such as honey or a drop of lemon. If your goal is to lower sugar levels because you have type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, it is recommended to drink tea or cinnamon infusion with meals. However, always consult with your doctor before making any major changes to your diet or eating regimen. How much tea or cinnamon infusion is recommended to drink per day? It is generally recommended to drink 1 to 2 cups per day, each containing 240 to 250 milliliters of water with ground cinnamon. As mentioned above, you should use 1 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoons per cup, where a teaspoon equals 2.5 grams of cinnamon. According to the World Health Organization, the maximum daily intake of cinnamon should not exceed 4 grams. This can be divided into 4 servings, each containing between 0.5 and 1 gram. The upper daily limit is recommended between 2 and 4 grams. These are the recommendations. There are other recommendations for the use of cinnamon tinctures or liquid extracts, as well as cinnamon essential oils. It is best to consult a specialist about these recommendations. So, what are the recommended cinnamon tea intake guidelines for children, teens, and adults? Cinnamon tea recommendations for children, teens, and adults may vary depending on age, health, and individual sensitivity to the tea's ingredients. It is important to note that cinnamon contains coumarin, which in large amounts can be harmful, especially to the liver. Therefore, total cinnamon intake from all sources, including food spices, supplements, and teas, should be considered. For children under the age of 2, cinnamon is best avoided as their bodies are more sensitive to active ingredients and additives. For children over the age of 2, it is recommended to limit cinnamon tea consumption to a minimum and discuss with your pediatrician. It is important to ensure that total coumarin intake does not exceed the recommended guidelines. For adolescents, teenagers can consume cinnamon tea in moderation, not exceeding 1 to 2 cups per day. It is important to monitor the body's reaction, and if any undesirable symptoms appear, reduce consumption or completely eliminate cinnamon tea from the diet. For adults, it is recommended that adults do not exceed 2-3 cups of cinnamon tea per day. Given that the maximum safe intake of coumarin is about 0.1 milligrams per kilogram of body weight per day, it is important to monitor total cinnamon intake. General recommendations. Always choose Ceylon cinnamon, Cinnamomum verum, as it contains significantly less coumarin compared to cassia, Cinnamomum cassia. It is recommended that you consult a physician before introducing cinnamon tea into the diet of children and adolescents, or if you have liver disease or other chronic conditions. Keep in mind that these recommendations are general and individual needs may vary. Now, pay attention. What are the possible side effects and risks of cinnamon? In general, when consumed in food and in normal doses, it is safe and does not cause any problems. However, when used for medicinal purposes, such as in tinctures, it is recommended to use real cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon. On the other hand, cassia contains high amounts of coumarins, potentially leading to toxic liver damage. This risk is increased for those who already have liver problems. Consuming cinnamon in high doses can cause gastrointestinal problems, including symptoms such as abdominal pain, diarrhea, or general symptoms of digestive distress. Some people may be allergic to the components of cinnamon. Symptoms can range from skin rashes to breathing problems. Skin irritation can also occur, especially when applied externally, and even more so when using the essential oil. and even more so if it has not been properly diluted. Although cinnamon has various health benefits, it is important to approach its use responsibly. It is recommended to consult with a healthcare professional when considering therapeutic use or if unwanted effects occur. It is also important to consider possible drug interactions, especially with anti-diabetic medications. This is because the blood sugar lowering effect may be amplified, leading to the onset of symptoms, and as a result, medication adjustments may be required. Also, in the case of anticoagulants, this effect can be amplified, especially with cassia, which we mentioned earlier. For medicinal purposes, choose Ceylon or real cinnamon, which contains less coumarin. Cassia cinnamon, although more common, can be dangerous due to its high coumarin content. In general, it is recommended that you start with a minimal dose and gradually observe your body's reaction to determine if you can use a little more. Episodic use of cinnamon during pregnancy or breastfeeding should not be a concern. However, always discuss this issue with your physician. The safety of medical doses of cinnamon during pregnancy and breastfeeding is not well studied, so it is best to proceed with caution. One last question to answer. Who lives longer? Those who love cinnamon or those who ignore it? Cinnamon, as you have learned from this video, can promote some aspects of health, such as improving blood sugar control and maintaining cardiovascular health when consumed in moderation. However, these positive effects should be considered in the context of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. It is worth remembering that consuming cinnamon, or any other product, is no guarantee of longevity. The key to health is a varied diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains and lean proteins, as well as regular physical activity, avoidance of bad habits and regular medical checkups. Direct scientific studies comparing the life expectancy of people who regularly consume cinnamon with those who ignore it do not yet exist, to our knowledge. More information on this topic can be found at the links in the description below this video and on our channel. Subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. Please like and share this video with your friends. Thanks to our sponsors for their support. I eagerly await your comments and encourage you to watch these useful videos.